Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
And they worked really hard on making this such a special event and special occasion. We have just a few brief presentations. This is not going to take a long time. But the first speaker is none other than Suzanne, who's going to say a few words in honor of her father.
Thank you. So not everyone is lucky enough to have a father who is a role model, a source of unconditional love, and a true friend. As it turns out, I don't just look exactly like my father, but we actually share many traits, from our sense of humor, to our love of writing and literature, to our unwavering idealism, to our deeply emotional nature. It doesn't take much to bring a tear to our eye. But I don't actually have the good fortune to be like my father in all ways. There are traits of his I can only aspire to. I marvel at his extroverted personality, which allows him to seek the company of so many people and take such joy in the presence of others. As it says in Pirkei Avot, who is wise, he who learns from everyone. This is truly my father. He listens and connects deeply, eager to learn about the thoughts and lives of others, whether strangers or good friends, and draws energy and delight from each of these encounters. I'm also in awe of his endless curiosity about the world. He is a man of information who is always working his way through more than one massive tome alongside his daily newspapers, Zoom lectures, chavrusas, and regular museum visits. Each one fills him with ever further desire to read and learn and engage with the world he finds wondrous and a life he finds meaningful. I especially admire his ability, inherited from his father, to schluck alles vom Kopf, any worries, so he can sleep well and rise refreshed, ready to do everything from tackling the treadmill to visiting with friends to writing countless articles that inspire those far and wide. He has achieved a kind of balance that is rare, cultivating a rich inner life, many impressive achievements, deep bonds with others, the ability to face hard times with strength, optimism and equanimity, and a profound sense of having devoted himself to the things that matter most. And I'm fortunate that in this busy, beautiful life, he makes time to speak to me every night at exactly 7 p.m., or whenever I happen to show up and plant myself in his study. He lets me share what's on my heart and mind, and then dispenses his signature wisdom and warmth, which so many of you have benefited from as well. Those daily moments are as special to me as his weekly blessings every Friday night, which hold all of his love and care. I'm so grateful to have a father about whom I can say, I like you, I love you, and I learn from you every day of my life. I wish you many more years of profound happiness and good health so you can continue to grace the lives of all those who cherish you.
Before we Okay, the next speaker is none other than my wife and Paul's daughter, Deborah.
You're officially old. Congratulations. You read all the health articles, and apparently what they are suggesting has worked for you. I've known you for 47 years, and what really stands out about you is how you don't take anything in life for granted. I love seeing how happy you are when we arrive, and how you hug us so tightly on the driveway when we leave. We feel so loved when we visit. You make a point of calling your cousins and friends regularly, never taking those relationships for granted. You also take real pleasure in the world around you. When you're enjoying a delicious meal, you pause to truly savor it. You take time to listen to beautiful music. You are enthusiastic about an art exhibit, a play you've seen, or a book you've read. It's heartwarming to witness your love for life. We can all learn this trait from you, to make time to truly revel in all the wonderful people and things around us every day. And this is why people are so drawn to you, and why you have a room full of people who are so happy to be part of your birthday celebration. On a more personal note, I appreciate that I always felt you were proud of me. Whatever path I took, I felt supported and loved. And one of my greatest pleasures is seeing your close relationship with my kids. They love to talk and joke around with you, and you have been an important part of their lives ever since they were born. I know you will be proud and support them too, wherever life may lead them. Wishing you many more years of nachas and good health with your family and friends who love you.
And now we're Yes.
My turn.
Yes. Lori is my sister.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of who do not know me, I am Paul's sister-in-law and Rochelle's sister, Gloria Sugar. I have known Paul since I was around 10 years old, which is many, many, years ago. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate a truly special milestone, Paul's 80th birthday. Now, turning 80 is no small feat. It's a celebration, not just for years, but of a life well lived, and if anybody embodies that, it's our dear Paul. Paul has been many things over the years: a devoted husband, a caring father, a loving Zadie, and a loyal friend, and of course, a wonderful brother-in-law. But what stands out the most is the kindness and wisdom he shared with all of us. As many of you know, Paul grew up as an only child. Family means everything to Paul. I think back to the holidays such as Passover and Sukkot, times when Paul made sure we were always included. No matter the occasion, his table was open and so was his heart. Those gatherings were not just meals or rituals. They were moments when Paul reminded all of us what family is truly about: sharing, celebrating, and being there for one another. By looking around this room, it is evident the many people whose lives he's touched with his warmth, his kindness, and consistently being there for all of us. Paul, you may have started out as an only child, but today you stand surrounded by people who love and cherish you as family. One of my favorite things about Paul is watching him at a party. He can walk into a room knowing absolutely no one. And within minutes, he has a group of people around him, laughing, talking, and feeling like they have known him forever. What a gift. His warmth, his sense of humor, and kindness draws people in with that signature Paul charm. Paul, we are grateful of you and blessed to walk this journey of life with you. Here is to your good health, continued happiness, many more years of family celebrations, and many more birthdays to come. Happy 80th birthday. We love you.
Now, one generation, and we're going to hear from Moshe, Paul's only grandson.
In high school, there was a trend to rate teachers on their SBR level, which means stark but relatable. So teachers with a high stark rating were the ones that were respected for their knowledge and devotion, while ones who could chill and be fun with their students got a high relatable rating. Obviously, the best teachers were the ones who had both a high stark and relatable rating. It would not always define that perfect teacher. If grandfathers were tracked with the same metrics, I think you would take the cake for the SBR Grandfather of the Year. A professor emeritus of French Canadian literature, you spent much of your professional career in a world that most around you do not know much about. Even in retirement, you continue to write articles that are published in major Jewish publications. I'm always amazed at the amount of books in your study on a wide range of topics, from classics to Torah, language to biographies. Everything is there. You enjoy classical music, drink fancy water, and have friends in every department in every university. All these attributes show that your stark rating is through the roof, and yet it comes at no cost to your relatable rating. Ever since I can remember, you're the celebrity at every store you walk into. The workers at the supermarket, pharmacy, and restaurants know you by name. As the candy man in shul, you know everyone's favorite candy and get to keep tabs on how everyone is doing. Your inbox is always filled with emails from dozens of friends who I never met, but I now feel a close connection to their names. When I was younger, we would go to hockey games for my birthday. Now we try to solve the world's problems in your command center, where you're studying. Or talk about the old Toronto you grew up in. You can shift to anyone's area of interest. With the exception of cooking, you're able to schmooze with any person on any level. Whether giving advice or physic to a stranger on a bench, or listening to a taxi driver's life story, people seek you out. This unique blend of stark but relatableness is not taken for granted. Happy 80th birthday, and wishing you many more years of being stark but relatable.
Okay, and now Tamima Weissman, Paul's granddaughter.
Zeta's in his study. He's wearing an Argyle sweater, sitting. Wait, I need this hand. I wrote really big. Sitting below a lamp and reading a book. He looks up from his page, welcomes me in, and takes his feet off the ottoman. I open the ottoman, take a lemon candy from a plastic bag inside, and curl up on his desk chair. Then we talk. Every time I leave feeling so loved, knowing the backstory of an artist or a writer, facts about a time period, or why Canada is better than the US. Zeta, I have so many memories of you and Bubba pulling up in your famous Lincoln in front of our house after an 8-hour drive. It was almost miraculous, this arrival. You had no cell phone, just a couple of sandwiches and a huge paper map. And it was like 2015. A few weeks ago, I found a box of school journals from 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. There were stories, persuasive essays about buying a pet turtle, but so many of the pages were filled with reflections on my trips to Canada. How much I enjoyed coming, the house with the big chandelier, trips to the aquarium. Now it is so clear that I loved coming to Canada because I love Zeta and his loving, wise, and funny character. Because he wore an Argyle sweater and welcomed me into his study to spend time with me, to talk about everything.
Okay, I should have introduced myself at the beginning. I'm Zeta's son-in-law. The first time that I ever spoke with my father-in-law was on the phone. It was March of 2004, and I called him to ask if I could propose to Deborah. Deborah had told me that her father was a professor of French-Canadian literature. I was the son of a tow truck salesman, and so that was a little far into it. Before I made the call, I reached out to Suzanne. Where's Suzanne? To ask her how I should address her father. After we had a short conversation, we settled on Professor Socken, which Suzanne enthusiastically endorsed as the best way for me to score some early points with my future father-in-law. At the time, I was absolutely clueless about the professor, as Moshe refers to him, and about what a thoughtful, social, and multidimensional person that I was speaking with, and about the caring family member and mentor that I was about to acquire. Looking back, I'm deeply grateful, not only that he allowed me to propose to his daughter sight unseen, but also that Deborah and I were able to raise 3 children who have been so deeply enhanced by having such a unique and loving grandfather. It's a real understatement to say that one of the most formative aspects of their childhood and of their personalities is, and of their excellent midos, is the strength of their relationship to their Zeta. So what is it that makes Zeta so unique? In what ways has he been such a powerful role model for me and for all of us, for all of the people in this room? Here are 2 qualities that I think speak to that question. Number 1 is that he's genuinely curious about all people. He connects with everyone naturally, from Uber drivers to strangers he meets in a museum. This isn't just a quirk, although it can be quirky. It reflects a philosophy that people are deserving of respect no matter who they are or their stature in life. And number 2 is that Zeta has a super strong ethical compass, rooted in Jewish and Torah values, and enhanced by a lifelong appreciation for and study of history and literature. It informs his politics. It provides the basis for his love for Israel and the Jewish people. It motivates him to write regularly in opinion pieces that are published online and in print. Zeta is a role model for me personally in this sphere, and I hope to benefit from our conversations about morality and politics for many years to come. Happy 80th birthday, Zeta, and we look forward to spending many more birthdays together. I'll wrap up with a special presentation that Tamima is going to make.
The Prime Minister of Canada wanted you to have this. Okay, I would read it in French, but I don't know French. I am pleased to, this is what it says on it. Paul Socken, I am pleased to offer you my best wishes and my sincere congratulations on the occasion of your 80th birthday. Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, Ottawa, 2025.
just can't, sorry for not standing up, but I do want to thank my two spectacular daughters. I have 3 perfect grandchildren who have just been the light of my life. Pirkei Avos says 80 is the year of Gevurah, strength. Well, a lot of us with canes and walkers would wonder what that means. But I think the commentators say that it means inner strength, resolve, determination, wisdom. I hope I have a little bit of that. And I appreciate the friendship and the love of friends from shul, from the area. My cousins who flew in from Chicago, so nice to see both of you. I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful for all of you. Thank you for coming to celebrate with me.
We don't want to blow on the cake. There we go. So maybe we'll hand out cake if anyone wants.
Please help yourself, please.